чтобы открыть что-то. А в этом что-то нам нужно найти еще что-то, чтобы открыть еще чего-то. Вот. О чем? О чем Ля Мулан? Вот о чем Ля Мулан.
This is all his fault.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself.
Who is the internet leading La Mulana scientist.
It's true.
Ну, в общем, Ля Мулан — это какое-то место. Мы будем играть за авантюристку, которая будет исследовать... Не авантюристку, а авантюриста, которая будет исследовать эту Ля Мулану. Вот.
3, 2, 1. Yeah?
Все выполнено у нас в 16-битном оформлении. Вот. Ну, по крайней мере, на Wii было.
Okay, now I will count
Вот.
down. 3, 2, 1, go.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with La Mulana, this is a Metroidvania, or as Halgrim said
Название
earlier,
ну,
Metroidvania.
самое
It's
место.
probably one of the
Мы сейчас зашли, вот, кстати, к Селбоду, купили сканер, что-то вроде сканера.
And we're going to not really see out the full solutions of a lot of them. It's going to be a lot of jumping around and warping around, but this game is quite a beast to undertake casually. So don't worry if you've never played the game before and you don't want to be spoiled on it, this won't do that.
Собираемся с максимальным количеством, понимаю, денежек, потому что нам нужно... Детонатор. Ну, пускай будет детонатор. Да, это хенд-сканер. Да, ручной сканер. Мы купили ручной сканер, все правильно. Мы накопили, побили горшочков, накопили и купили хенд-сканер. О, ссылка, да.
And then if we only leave one of those conversations, we get into a normal game state, but
Ручной
we're
сканер.
still in
Всё правильно.
like a shop. So what we did there is at the very beginning, we set it up so that we could buy both the hand scanner.
Сейчас нам нужно просканировать Грааль и отправить в следующую зону.
So that we could end up getting this nice obtained hand scanner problem. Because even though this pauses the game, the gates that load between areas, they don't care about the game being paused, and they just kind of work anyways.
Я думаю, что игра действительно похожа на
One
Spring.
nice thing about having a prompt is it lets you unpause the game while in a screen transition, which allowed us to. Did you actually hit the weight there?
I failed it.
No, that's a really hard trick to get.
It's the hardest trick in the entire game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Thankfully, it only happens a minute and a half into the route, but.
Как раз, вот, все, получили мы как раз этот Грааль.
Okay.
But yeah,
So I
the,
failed it, so I'm just gonna get some.
Теперь нам нужно найти,
Yeah, what
по-моему,
we tried to
Гирю
do there was place a weight.
и подняться на этаж выше.
There's a weight that's hidden
Или
behind
не
a block
Гирю,
of collision.
что-то
And there's a thing you
такое.
can do where if you unpause the game
Лифт
while
Випер.
it's scrolling, you can get caught in some collision and then use the weight on the pedestal as it scrolls.
Каждый раз,
across
когда
the
мы
screen.
поднимаем предметы, они погружаются.
yeah, like you might have noticed
Он-
on the surface to enter the ruins.
Райнер не отменяет,
Wait on the pedestal to enter. There's one hidden inside that collision that
Не
solves
принимает
the puzzle.
предмет.
But you only get one attempt at it. You have to use the item prompt that we. So we just got
Кому-то
another one.
замедлилось на
So
секунд
you'll
10.
see us. You'll see Timo use that later to do another transition interrupt. Basically
Yeah.
by
I
just
sure now I
missing.
don't drop down here. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, nice.
no shame.
that's always a
No walk of
terrifying
shame.
So
No
the
walk
theme
of
of this run is going to be buying items remotely from shops.
Мэл,
Getting
как
these nice little
синхронизироваться?
item prompts and then
Я
using them to
пытаюсь, у меня не
horrifically break the
получается
game
ничего.
during screen scrolls.
Yeah, so right now,
Будем
Timo
комментировать
has,
из
two
будущего.
different shops that he's carrying with him. He's got a Lameza in one of the surface shops that he bought the hand scanner from, and he's got another Lameza. Lameza's the main character, by the way. He's got another Lameza in another shop that he bought weights from. Now he's entering with a third Lameza. Two of the Lamezas just left, and the other one's in the shop. So now we've traded our Lamezas, the two Lamezas that were in the other shops for the shop that we just bought the boots from. which you can see makes Lemeza run a little faster.
Yep.
So we
And it
also-
also
наверное,
makes doing
скажу,
what are
что
called raindrops
игра
very
очень
easy.
сильно
Raindrops
похожа
are
на
these
один
floating point
известный
precise,
рогалик, это Spelunker,
like
да.
you need an exact floating point position value for them to
Но
work.
это не Spelunker.
To right walls on Lemeza's right.
Все-таки разница между этими
And
играми
fortunately,
есть.
the boots make Lemeza move at a
Например, то,
whole
что
number
спилинки
of pixels
невозможно
per frame,
закончить.
which means that
Не, ну почему? Там,
when
как
which
у
means that you don't
всех
accumulate any
добротных
floating
рогаликов,
point
есть
errors, once you
концовка.
have
Yeah.
boots, and it's really
Oh,
easy.
nice.
И даже не
So that,
одна.
that was a cat pause. Those can take a while to get. Basically,
К слову, в Ля Милане
when
тоже,
you are
по идее,
changing
была не одна
directions and
концовка.
starting a new screen transition, if you pause
Но
the
потом
very frame
сделали всего
that you
одну,
change
интересный факт.
directions, you will pause
А,
while the screen is
но,
moving, and you can use
в
that
общем,
to
сначала было
do
много
things like move
концовок.
enemies around there. You did it again
А,
just there. To move enemies ar- that- Dan, you
И
are
раз
really nailing
не
this.
было
Awesome work.
большого количества
Yeah,
способов,
these
да?
can be really tough to
А
execute.
потом сделали одну
Yeah,
концовку
you can just spend like
и преобразовали
almost
много
a
концовок
minute
в
just-
способы добраться
Yeah,
до
just not getting
концовки.
in. All right, so he grabs that
Вот.
Grail tablet. He's grabbing these Grail tablets because when you scan a Grail tablet, you're able to you register it as a place that you can warp to again in the future.
Можно
So by
пронаблюдать
scanning that
один
one
из
in Spring in the Sky, he can
багов,
now warp there later on when he
гличей,
needs to.
клипы
There
So
also
всякой
is a necessary
стены.
element of the go mode at the end of the game. Even if you
Yeah.
could potentially avoid going to certain areas in the game, you
Также
have to
мы
have gone to
пользуемся
all of them
переходами.
just
Дело
to
в том,
enter
что
the final
переходя
boss.
из одной
That's,
локации
one
в
of the
другую,
checks
мы
that happens.
зависаем в
There-
воздухе.
There are several checks on what allow you to fight the final boss in this game, and having scanned all the tablets in the game is one of them. So this is Temple of the Sun.
Вот информация, чем ремейк отличается
There's a lot
от
of stuff we do
оригинальной
here.
версии.
We're gonna do another
Боссы
cat pause here to
изменились.
get the knife, which is a
все
useful
боссы
main weapon. It
поголовно
attacks a lot
изменились.
faster than our main whip, and it does 3
Вот.
damage instead of 2.
Поменяли
It's
некоторые
useful early on
головоломки.
for combat and also just in general for
И
quickly breaking pots and,
был изменен
breaking
движок.
walls and such. So here we're going to enter another shop. This is a very important shop for the route. It contains a piece of software called bunnymon.exe, or TextTracks, as you saw just right there. TextTracks has a bug where if
Ранее продемонстрировал
so TextTracks, the intent of it is that
крутую
you can,
штуку, что мы
if
можем
you're in
войти в
an
магазин
NPC
и
conversation
читать
in a shop,
диалог.
you can press the button
Просто нам
and
нужно войти в
record
магазин
text for what
дважды.
the NPC said or what was in the shop so that you can refer to it later. But there's a bug with it
Ну,
that
один проход мы,
you
получается,
the way that it
отменили.
stores, the way that it stashes like the
снова
shop's
шли.
inventory to show the TextTracks menu actually
То есть один персонаж
writes the
получает
same
диалог, а
global
второй
piece of
нет.
memory. So what we can do with this, software, which we're going to do after we finish this area, is
Слово вторая глава
actually
уже.
have
Вот.
one shop copy the inventory of a
Происходит так
different
быстро,
shop
что я не успеваю.
using the prices of the first shop to buy its items. So with this, we're going to get really big discounts on buying key items that we need, and also just really expensive stuff in general.
Yeah,
This
so
screen is
not
really
only
scary.
are we doing online shopping to buy
Oh my
things from
God.
anywhere in the ruins, we're
my
also
God.
going to be committing fraud.
Yeah, we call it
I
the
love
fraud
fraud.
glitch. Yeah,
So
Who doesn't?
I was jumping there
I'm
and
not
the
shopping.
skeleton threw a bone at me and I
nice clip.
immediately destroyed it by accident. But if it hit
was
me there, I would have... It's
Yeah, that
really
would've been
annoying.
Можете
bad.
понять,
Yeah, it's really annoying.
There is a
Стены,
backup for that
потолок,
screen below,
пол.
to raindrop up, but
это
it's
все
not easy. So we're
относительно,
gonna do another cat pause here.
потому что спидранер может пройти
to try
почти
to-
сквозь любую
okay.
стену.
Nice. So that move
All
that
of these
weapon
cat
block
pauses have
collision
been really
overlay.
solid. I mean, you have to
А,
understand
у
that you
игры,
have a one
у многих
frame window
метроидваний
to press this button and a really
меняется
awkward
стена
frame.
со стеной.
она
Сейчас вы
видела.
видели, как стена...
One frame and
Мы
there's no
меняли
way to
камеру
tell
с
if you
одной
were
стены
early
на
or
другую
late.
стену,
Yeah, there's-
и
it's
благодаря
just another
этому
great visual indicator
коллизии
on screen of
с одной
when
части
you're
из
actually
камер
supposed to press the
сломались,
button.
и
You got plenty
мы
of
просто проходим через все эти стены, собираем все нужные предметы и уходим
Yeah,
на
unfortunately,
прошлую
there's no, like,
стены.
here.
Да? Стены, стены,
I have to
стены.
take a damage boost on that raindrop because it works in an interesting way. Thanks to the
Yeah, that's
slope.
kind of a new addition to the route. That kind of angled corner. You can like sneak into it by doing a 2-frame jump, but it'll just push you out. But by attacking, when you've snuck in there, but from doing the 2-frame jump, you can actually you'll get zapped by that lightning bolt, which will lock you in place, allowing you to raindrop down. That's the only time that trick comes up in the route was just there.
Сейчас вот, по моим подсчетам, должен быть мавзолей гигант. Ну, не мавзолей, как
Yeah, those jumps can be difficult.
был уровень в
Sorry,
Ля
Michael
Мулане
Jackson.
с кучей гигантов.
There goes.
The
Вот.
For
dancing
some
man.
reason, that that mural is just depicting Michael Jackson. All right, so here we equip Benamon. We're going to do that,
Но это не похоже на
which
него.
I was mentioning earlier, to buy items for a cheaper price. So
Yeah, you
Timo's
may be,
doing very specific shop inputs to.
You may
he
be a
bought
bit overdue for a hard save at some point.
Yeah, you
I'll
brought-
do it now.
Yeah, it's good to do it now. So what he just did, he bought a pistol which normally costs 100 coins for 10 coins, and he filled the pistol up with bullets that normally cost 400 gold.
Нет,
per
это
clip of bullets.
Храм
He
Солнца.
bought 3 of them for 10 gold each. So he's already saved.
Это Храм
in this
Солнца.
route, like,
Мы только что клипанулись
1,300
сквозь
gold, something like that.
пол,
And it's only going to keep getting
просто
more
2 раза
ridiculous
упав.
as time goes on.
Yeah, we're gonna buy a lot of bullets later on. Like,
Yep.
the saves are worth thousands and thousands. Amazon ain't got anything on these shops.
You don't even have to
May
wait
wanna-
for 2-day delivery.
You may want a hard save here too, Timo.
Мы пересохранились, потому что здесь какой-то сложный момент
Little brother shop.
с
Yeah.
этими
Yeah, so
руками.
one of the unfortunate aspects of
Они
this
наносят
route and
большое
why
количество
making
урона.
hard saves is important is because
Мы пересохранили сохранение с Храма
the
Солнца
glitch
на
that we're
этот
doing where we're holding a
мавзолей.
shop remotely, anytime we open up our inventory, any inputs we send to the game also go to the shop, which can
Yeah.
lead to some bad things where we could buy the wrong item or we could end up leaving the shop, and that would be bad.
Yeah.
And also, depending on, there are sometimes when we're doing inputs in multiple shops where if we do the wrong
Докупились
thing, the
пикенов.
game will crash.
Yeah, that's always a bummer. That's the main reason for us making all these hard saves is just.
Я
in
прошу
case we
прощения, мы
crash,
пропустили момент, как мы сломали только что магазин.
have a save that we can
То есть мы
go
зашли в
back
магазин,
and start
купили
continue.
сюрикенов, выходим,
Marathon save. So
заходим,
Timo
у
just
нас
bought a
заломаются
60
цены
gold
в магазине, и
helmet
мы
and 5 sets,
что-то
I
купили
believe,
бесплатно.
or was it 4 sets? It was 5 sets,
Да,
I think, of
объяснил.
30 gold caltrops for 10 gold each, and 3 sets of weights for 10 gold.
Savings
doing-
keep accumulating.
секретка с кучей денег.
And all these shopping inputs, like there's 3, each shop has 3 different cursors for you selecting what you want to buy, and we have to have very specific, precise inputs that he's doing to move the cursors to the right slots and confirm which items that he wants to buy. It was very tricky routing all that stuff together to have it actually work. They moved.
Yeah, I want
Those
to
witches
shoot
stay
them,
together, you
but
can just shoot them.
Это уже глава
They
5
use
или
like that extra
6.
bullets.
Вот.
yeah, you can use them on Nukelave, however you pronounce him.
Spring in the Sky
That would be,
называется.
got this money here.
Yep. We have to wait for an elevator too for a bit. I don't know. Maybe we could get a donation in.
Yeah, this seems like a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got $20 from Happy Code Monkey. It says, "The dads and sons are all cheering you on, Timo." And we've got
Shout out to dads and sons.
Max Remus with $50. It says, "La Mulana hype."
Alright.
Oops.
Shot a little
Oh.
quickly there.
This is they dodge it.
Oh yeah. This is new. It's fine.
Ah, this is nothing new to me.
Hey, there you go. It's fine.
Who among us
Exactly
has
as
not
I
gotten
am.
smacked around by Knuckleheavy?
Yeah. Among Us has not died embarrassingly to Knuckleheavy. Alright, so the caltrops that we picked up earlier are actually a really useful sub-weapon. You can actually hit them and get... It's the only sub-weapon... Well, I guess it's one of the only 2 sub-weapons that Lameza can actually be hit by to get iframes, which is useful for certain strategies and also for dismounting ladders quickly, which we're about to see after he breaks this gear in the water. Because normally when you're on a ladder, you can't just easily just dismount it. But by using caltrops and hitting them, you can just, like right here, he falls all the way down here quickly, way faster than just climbing down. Caltrops also let us, if you're embedded inside a wall and you get hurt,
Спрашиваю, как
you
зовут
zip up the wall,
эту
which is
рыбу.
important for
It's
traversing
important in
certain,
few places.
yeah, important in a few places. So caltrops.
Мы
is
условились,
useful
что
for
рыбу буду
doing
звать мистер Фишман.
What's the name of that fish?
that. I don't know. Anybody know?
You
I
can't
think
keep
there's a
doing
couple
this to me.
different ones depending on the version. But he's
Oh,
Mr.
really?
Fishman in my heart.
Mr. Fishman. Oh yeah, Mr. Gionin, I think he's sometimes called, which I think is Japanese. for fish.
Gionin is the walking one. And then
Yeah, but I
there's
think
the-
he's King Yonin.
Oh, King
Okay.
Yonin is the one that you bully. All right, so we're heading off to fight our first boss here in the route. There are 8 guardians in the game. Once you kill all 8, you become able to meet the final boss and fight them. Oh, you need to do the puzzle, Timo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so see the Ankh is not here. So you can't actually fight the Guardian until you cause their Ankh to appear, which generally involves solving a puzzle. The puzzle
I thought it was
so that
going
skip,
too smoothly.
the skip that he tried to do earlier would have skipped this entire puzzle solving by just hitting the final base in the wall. Base or pedestal, whatever you want to call it. But so now we're just going to pick it up now. And that causes the Ankh to appear. Then you can use an Ankh jewel to actually activate the Ankh and summon the Guardian within it.
This game is
so
just
on-
puzzles. To find
this
the,
game-
be able to summon the boss, you need a puzzle. To be able to get the item to fight the boss, you
Так,
need
друзья,
a
прошу прощения.
Yeah,
puzzle.
tons and tons
А,
of really esoteric puzzles.
Мы сейчас находимся в храме
So
солнца.
that was the day.
Вот.
Ребята,
э,
комментатор не умер,
Самое
просто мы настолько заворожены этим раном, что у нас нету слов.
Нет, я на самом деле запутался, потому что я пытаюсь разобраться, что происходит, потому что в казуальном прохождении, а я, будучи казуалом, смотрю со стороны казуального прохождения,
Big Snake.
This is
в казуальном прохождении все по-другому происходит. Вот. И я этих головоломок, которые здесь есть, я их не видел.
Yeah, rip.
Поэтому прошу не кидаться
Timo
помидорами
used the couch
за
there to get iframes to jump
длительное
into the head
молчание.
and shoot the pistol bullet,
Я
which
разбираюсь.
actually hit both heads, making it do double damage. So that was how he was able to do that quick kill so quickly. So now we're going to go visit Molbrook. Oh, yeah, good idea. Didn't even have to be reminded. So Molbrook is like an important hint-giving NPC in the original game. We don't really need her for the hints since we know what we're doing. But she does give you an item that is important to solve another puzzle.
Нет,
So we're gonna
то,
do
что он
that,
сквозь стены вниз,
activate her when she goes to sleep 'cause she's lazy. So we're just
Так
gonna-
Ну,
То,
так
что
называемый
уходит
гид-
сквозь
Yeah, good night.
стены, это
And,
баг
maybe
анимации,
she'll be awake by the time we come back.
в которой анимация чуть-чуть нас сдвигает на пиксель, и из-за этого мы можем клипаться сквозь стены. Стены сквозь пол.
Да, как объяснил ранее, что коллизия у столбов, она не до конца сделанная, то есть часть, которая перед тобой, ее как бы нет. И поэтому мы перегружаем эту стену, и нас просто выкидывает вперед. Мы ломаем анимацию, нас выкидывает вперед. Так же, как и мы проникаем вниз, собственно.
this guy hasn't even solved any puzzles.
So this area normally you would light it up to be able to see, but we don't need to do that since we just have memorized the layout. So we just do it in the dark. This guy is pretty dangerous.
Это
He doesn't
подземный мир,
have contact, but since we have the gun, we can just shoot him and make quick work of him.
в котором мы ничего не
Chakram,
видим.
that's a useful sub-weapon. It's not as useful in this route. It's really used quite a lot in the no laptop glitch route of this game.
Yeah, it's very
Ну,
powerful.
Ну,
If
ранее
you
постоянно
didn't
сохраняется
have
в
unlimited
Храме
bullets,
Солнца.
then it
Видимо,
would
Храм
do
Солнца
almost the same
очень
damage,
тяжелая локация.
half the damage of a gun and later the damage of the gun.
Или это
but
делается
it
для того,
has
чтобы...
basically infinite ammo as long as you don't mess up.
Yeah, as long as you can catch the chakram after you throw it, you can throw it again infinitely. It's kind of an
Окей.
interesting sub-weapon.
Еще
Now we're
раз.
gonna visit Molbrook again.
Мы заходим в магазин, быстро покупаем 2 предмета, выходим из него, заходим, и так мы
Without having
увеличиваем
the cursor
количество
locked on one of the items,
покупаемых
because if he does,
предметов.
then the Meza in the shop will just walk out of the shop, and he'll lose the
так
shop
как мы
and he can start
отменяем
again.
диалог с...
So here we buy
продавцом.
Dragon Bone, which normally is 100 gold. We bought it for 10 gold as expected. Pretty much most of the items, you can kind of easily assume that if there's an item that we're going to buy, it's going to cost us 10 gold. with some
Это Анубис.
exceptions.
Вот.
Let's see. This is a very hard quick kill.
Но он очень быстро
Oh,
умер.
yeah, he's surprisingly difficult, but you got plenty of bullets. I like how you can pick this up without even killing that guy. So here, Timo is going to
Вот снова объясняет, как работает глич с...
this shop. This shop is unique.
Магазином?
It sells a buckler for 10 gold in the first slot, which is a unique item in that it's the only item you can buy from a shop that you can rebuy later. If you have the buckler, which is a little shield that can block enemy attacks, if it breaks, it'll go in stock at the shop again later. The reason this is useful is it gives us a cheap way to buy, to get an item prompt on a transition like we were doing earlier on in the route. So we can buy a buckler for 10 gold, use it to do a transition interrupt, or TI for short. And then the interesting thing is later, after we do that, we need to find an enemy that can break our buckler for us, so we can do another TI later.
Это снова, то есть мы скроллим два экрана. Игра думает, что мы находимся в другом экране. Вот видите, происходит смена экранов, как будто экран один экран подменяется другим экраном, и стены перестают быть стенами, стенами. Вот. И мы можем двигаться в той плоскости, которую мы сломали, где угодно.
And often with completely broken graphics.
I've been on the record before saying that I really hate the phrase "the game gets confused," but there's literally no other way to describe what's happening.
Yeah, we kind of don't really fully understand what's happening in the scrolling system. Sky probably has the best idea. I know she's
so
dug into it.
I mean, I could give an explanation, but we're gonna have another more wild one coming up real shortly too. But
Мы подбираем баклер. Мы не принимаем того, что мы его купили. Поднимаемся наверх вместе с ним. Игра думает, что мы должны сейчас как бы рассказать игре о том, что мы как бы взяли баклер. Но мы не хотим говорить игре о том, что мы взяли баклер. И благодаря этому мы снова подменяем одну локацию другой локации. Оказываемся поверх стены и клипаемся в другую локацию. На раз-два.
Yeah, so that can just crash the game if you press OK instead of cancel, I think it is.
No, if you press OK on a slot that is not lockable.
Нам, собственно, не нужно играть в эту игру. Если мы умеем... Если мы хотим разгадывать головоломки. Потому что можно просто сломать анимацию. Вот что проще, разгадать головоломку или найти, где сломать анимацию? Вот. Прогноз.
Ну, потому что Arabian Nights проходится багами, и никто не знает, как ее пройти без багов, то, думаю, сломать анимации проще. В некоторых случаях, по крайней мере.
Это как в случае с Mist, то же самое.
Где проклипаться в конец намного проще, чем решить все головоломки в игре.
Мы приближаемся вообще к... Мне очень интересно, почему такой роуд?
Yeah, that's a cool strat for that screen.
Роуд от слова роутер?
Yeah, not worth it.
Нет, роуд от слова роутинг.
Yeah.
Но роутер тоже подразумевает собой маршрутизатор. Маршрут. Маршрутизация, роутер это... Ну ты, в принципе, прав. На 80%. Получается, что если ты знаешь роут, то ты роутер. Ну, получается, любой раннер, который сам изучил игру и знает, как ее пройти, он роутер. Потому что у него есть дорога, и он ее смаршрутизировал. Как тебе такая теория?
5 лет я спидраню, впервые узнаю, что я роутер.
И вот вы снова сейчас наблюдаете, мы подбираем баклер. И не принимаем, как бы игра думает, что мы приняли, что мы его подняли, но мы его не подняли.
we would close the prompt.
Вот зачем. Вот зачем мы много, кстати, сохранялись. Нам нужно колоссальное количество сохранений, чтобы когда мы летим вниз, у нас также произошла подмена текстуры, благодаря тому, что камера сфокусирована на прокрутке всех сохранений. Ну, это что-то дикое. Вот, мы снова ломаем... Ну, это уже... К этому все привыкли.
It's very hard. I have a variation of it that's a bit easier.
Nice.
Oh.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy's out to
Как
get
это нашли, это
$60.
вопрос ко всему спидран-комьюнити,
Another buckler.
который задается изо дня в день.
And I'm gonna try the fast
Особенно глич-хантерам.
ones. And I'll go for the slow one.
Мэл, как это нашли?
It's a 3-frame trick.
У кого-то были очень кривые руки.
Hey, first try every time. Nice.
Ну, по крайней мере, я так почти все свои скипы нахожу.
I can't do that one very consistently.
То есть он
Очень
просто... То есть ты хочешь сказать,
Pretty
что
simple.
какой-то
Just press the
неумеха,
buttons
да?
sometime in the near
Простите
the
за
back.
такие выражения. Много сохранялся,
Kind of muscle memory up because
Да.
the
полетел
jump and
вниз,
dismiss
Да.
button input are so close together.
и он такой, блин, я лечу вниз, надо бы релоуднуться, да?
Обычно так и происходит. Сначала случайно, все не понимают, что произошло. Месяц спустя находится человек, который решил попробовать все сделать так же, и у него получилось, и он придумал для этого сетап. Находится человек, который делает этот сетап везде, где только возможно, и так вы находятся такие ключи.
I wasn't sure if maybe like the classic version.
True story, Мэл.
Можем вспомнить тот же самый Half-Life 2, New Engine,
Okay, bitches, please behave.
в котором
Oh,
нашли
tell them,
скип с глич с ноу-клипом.
Hey, they listen
The
to them.
witches can be
Hey,
exceedingly random.
Yeah, especially the
Thank
green
you.
one.
I got you
That was
covered.
actually
don't worry.
pretty good, yeah.
Because he's going to do an align on this, so he touches the edge of that platform to get
Пытаюсь
an alignment.
вспомнить, что это за босс, но у меня почему-то вылетело из
I
головы.
can't really tell the video quality, but
Ну,
yeah, so this
обычно
lets him stand
так
in just the right spot where the back
изображает
of his whip can hit
стану.
Batman's head, but he's not close enough to hit her
Где
body.
козла.
It's a very particular position that you can do that. It's fine, doesn't, yeah.
Ну,
Love
это
the music for
Бафомет,
this boss.
как подсказывает чатик.
The music is so good.
Бафомет.
The music in this game, just in general, is really good. Has a very strong soundtrack.
It does.
For a non-speedrun,
Almost.
Это египтозавр. Это, не знаю.
bosses,
Нет, египтозавр до этого был, он
but
без...
it's probably one of the most imminently learnable ones.
Baphomet is
Yeah.
one of the hardest bosses in the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially
She's
if you don't have infinite bullets at your
She's not
disposal.
cooperating.
Yeah.
Why is she just staying high the whole time? Come down, please.
I missed one of
Yeah,
my
that
shots.
happens.
Oh my gosh, I've never
Египтозавр
seen.
потом
Wow.
был.
Yeah, she
Окей.
was rude.
She
She
never
was
came
rude.
down. That was
Yeah. She knew what I was gonna do.
the reason he couldn't shoot her, that he had 4 bullets, but he can't shoot her because he needs them for a later mini boss.
Yeah, we don't have any bullets to be bought in a shop right now. We need the shops for other stuff.
Yeah, we will be buying a lot more bullets later, but at the moment we only have the buckler shot.
Also, Lameza climbing the wall in the victory dance. Very good.
For some reason, I don't even know what
Так,
happens. So here
Tower
we go,
of Ruin.
down here, pick up
мы
the
снова
item.
ломаем шоп
Unfortunately, this is not an item that we can
для
discount.
топора.
If you try to discount it, you can
Ну, у
buy
нас
it
уже
for
был
10
топор.
gold and have it in your inventory, but the problem with doing that is you can't actually the lamp needs a flame in order to actually work. It'll stop time when you use it and it has a flame, but if you don't have if you buy the lamp discounted, then these statues here
Будем называть это
never have
скрин
flames
глич,
in them.
потому
You
что
can
я не
never
услышал,
actually
как
fill the
называется
lamp, so
этот
it's
глич.
useless.
Yeah,
А,
it's because we copy over the item ID,
Тут
but we
даже,
don't copy
ну,
over the
мобы
price.
не
We
понимают,
also
что
don't copy
происходит.
over any flags that are supposed to be set when you bought the item. And for most items in shop, this doesn't matter because they're just like.
Раннер сломал все шопы, что возможно уже на карте. Да, так как это Metroidvania, мы постоянно перемещаемся в одни и те же зоны, как вы могли заметить.
Yeah.
We are going to abuse the fact that we don't set the flag of the item we're buying discounted though later.
Yeah. Oh, this is a new trick, the warp climb. So when you go down a ladder, if
Итак,
you
чата,
warp,
как
you
зовут этого
continue that
босса?
going down the ladder animation at the start, and that lets you actually clip through the ground after a warp.
Это
So you
подбосс
use that
скорее.
to quickly get down underneath the
босс.
rail tablet here.
Но
That
Мини-боссик,
one's kind
да.
of a unique one too, because usually you only want to get it on the first frame in order to get through the floor, but that one in particular has a bat right underneath it, so in order to account for the damage boost you take off the bat, you need to do it a little differently.
Yep. That's the only one that is 2 frames instead of 1. for some reason.
Мини-босс.
Okay, so earlier when you entered that shop, he made the buckler shop. We no longer have the buckler shop. We have copied this shop so that we could buy Lonely House Moving, which is normally a 300 gold software for 10 gold.
Нет, главного героя зовут не Мулана. Ла Мулана — это те руины, которые мы исследуем. А главного героя зовут... Как зовут главного героя?
Nice pots. There's a puzzle there where you have to destroy the pots while time
Э,
stops.
Меза, Лемеза, Косаки,
Attack
точно.
speed
Спасибо
item.
большое.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
get it
опять
increases your
никто не
attack
понимает,
speed.
что главного
main weapon.
героя зовут
Yeah,
Ламулана.
no laptop
we never
glitch
get
version of
it.
this route.
Вот не люблю, когда в Зельде главный герой Зельды называют Линком. Вот такая же.
Да.
So here's the NPC that can crash again, but nice. No crash. He's going to do particular inputs here so you can equip this item without leaving the shops. Yep, that's it. And now we're going to the most important shop in
Swag.
the route, the swag. Nice, you got the warp climb. That saves like a second. It's
If
not really
that.
worth it. Yeah, it looks cool though. So this shop right here, the one he just entered, is the most important shop in the route. It has 400 gold.
это не Ла
bullets
Мулана,
in the
это
first
Зельда?
slot, 150 gold
Это-
honor jewel, which you're only meant to buy
это
once
Castlevania.
in the second slot, and I don't know, weights or something in the last slot. The fact that it
У нас
has an
вообще
honor
как
jewel,
бы
so you
весь,
only can only buy the honor jewel once, but when you buy it discounted,
Текущий марафон — это
this is why I
Castlevania,
was
знаешь?
mentioning earlier about flags not getting
Castlevania
sold.
Don't Quick.
It's music.
This is so good.
I love it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so by buying the Ankh Jewel at a discounted price, the flag for having bought it never gets set, and you can actually buy it multiple times.
Basic.
So the 2 Ankh Jewels we got earlier from chests in the intended way are the only 2 Ankh Jewels we get in the intended way. All the rest,
По-моему,
not
самая
sure
лучшая
about that.
музыка в игре играет.
just,
Ну, мне
and all
кажется,
the rest
это
of the
не
Ankh Jewels
музыка
we
из
get
игры.
to buy.
That's the
Уверен?
dance of life.
Ну, вообще, Ла Мулана
got
это
some
игра,
pipes.
которая очень подвержена модификациям,
Skanda,
и в
very
ней очень
random
много текстур
mini-boss.
можно
He's
поменять.
faster to shoot than he is to lamp.
По-моему, звуки тоже не являются
Can you
исключением.
come out of there?
Yeah, you can't kill him in that
Scott?
corner because then he'll drop all his money. Okay, there you go.
Skanda is doing his best.
He is doing his best. Just be happy for it.
I refilled my gun quick.
Ну, лунный храм уже был.
So one of the nice things too
Одном из
about
марафонов
the shop setup we just did, where we
был
have
модифицирован
bullets and
финальный
off
босс,
jewels, which give us,
на котором
key items for
эпилептики
cheap and
могли
bullets for
и
cheap.
правда схватить
Is
эпилепсию.
that we
Это
also
вот
did it
реально
in
не
such a
шутка.
way where,
Потому
we did a whole bunch
что,
of
ну,
nonsense
там
with, like,
началась
opening
небольшая
up the
психоделия.
record screen,
Так, может, здесь
and
тоже
that
будут
ends up
сюрпризы?
giving us the ability to,
Надеюсь, нет, потому что
to
тогда
put
это
the
было
menu
смешно и
in, like, the
страшно
record
одновременно.
screen mode. And then we can just sort of do normal menuing, like we can hit the down button and it just moves down on the
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
in the recording menu screen. So we can do all our menuing as we would normally like to, and it doesn't
Yeah.
break things. But
Yeah,
there's
but-
some other consequences of it, like if you leave it in the in the recording menu mode, and you enter certain conversations, then like you soft lock.
Yeah, if you see that record this conversation in the bottom right, then his shop is not stashed, meaning that whenever he opens the MSX and does things, or whenever he opens the MSX to do things, the inventory, sorry, he has to be careful of his shop cursors interacting with shops in the background. If it's not there, then that means the shop is stashed in the
Такой
background,
небольшой
and he can just menu.
родмапчик.
Nice.
Wow, first try
That was
deep dive.
very fast.
Holy
This is
crap.
not
boss.
how you're supposed to get in here.
This execution though. Oh yeah, this is we were actually on that screen earlier, so you're supposed to do the whole thing where you go up the elevator like we did before.
Ну,
but it's slow, so we just...
назовете мне спидранер, у которого босс падает не за 2 удара, я подарю вам зубочистку.
Double, triple frame perfect trick or something? Nice.
Goodbye, Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's basically
У вас
only reasonable to do
появился
by, like,
огромный
buffering
шанс
pauses.
выиграть зубочистку,
I think, yeah,
которую
if you
нас
practice it
разыгрывает
like
Казаняш.
100 times in a row without pausing, you might get it once, but even that, it's
Yeah,
it's
I
absurd to
have
do.
done it without pausing. It is hard and not worth it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You have to do a.
Как
if you
называется
press,
локация?
like, left and then jump immediately
подземный мир,
afterwards when
по-моему.
facing right, then you will do
Нет,
like
это
a
не подземный
leftwards
мир.
jump, but Lemeza will still be facing to the right. So you need to do that type
Зубочистка,
of
конечно
jump
же, с
and then
автографом.
immediately start holding right again in order to make it half speed as well.
Yeah, it's really weird, and like it's not a thing anybody would find in a casual.
Какие сейчас
play.
цифры были? Инферно Каверн, какие цифры были? Кавер Фурин.
Without turning around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should probably explain the physics in this game. The kind of like classic Castlevania, if you've played that, it's like when you jump
Как вообще
forward,
можно
you
ставить на
can't
зубочистке зубы?
change direction
Ой,
and just start moving
отпечатки
backward.
зубов.
You have to. Well, most you can do is change the speed of your forward movement. So he's moving at full speed forward for that jump. But if you let go forward or hold back, then you can either move at 80% speed or half speed, respectively.
Давайте мы
And
не
if you
будем
walk off a
экспериментировать
ledge, you
уже.
just
Если бы
completely
такое
lose the
было
ability
бы
to move
возможно,
around.
мы бы уже
So
клонировали,
you want to be very careful not to just
Гуся.
walk off a ledge because generally not desirable.
чтобы он работал
Yeah,
вечно.
and then sorry.
Good. No, go ahead.
If you jump while not holding a directional input, then you have full air control, and you also regain air control if you touch a wall in your jump.
Ломается.
so
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
that.
it's got some wrinkles to it. Oh, not what? Straight up. Okay. Why not?
It takes a
Yeah,
little while to
first
get
try.
used to. Also nice.
Timo's just
Это
destroyed.
не
know
рано,
what's going
посмотрим
on.
Вивема, я не знаю.
Someone help!
The day before, the day
Кто
like,
сказал, что это
was
лава,
it
это не
yesterday, or the day
лава.
before, where you were like 20
Пол
minutes
это лава.
behind, and now you're just doing insane.
Пол это пол,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Да,
this
вот
has been really good. So
а
far.
лава
Where am I
это
going? Yeah.
фруктовый
All right, refilling it.
лимонад.
But yeah,
So
it takes a
what-
little while to get used to the movement. I really like it once you like. I mean, I
Но,
speedrun the game.
но борщ, он красный,
hopefully,
а лава, она
you
вот
enjoy
такого
the movement of the
лавового
game
цвета,
speedrun,
значит,
but-
фруктовый лимонад
Yeah, it's
с
kind of
вкусом
unique for
лавы.
platformers. I guess some people would call it stiff, but I don't know. I like it too. It's unique.
Yeah, I actually prefer it to La Milana 2, where they quote unquote fixed it.
Oh yeah, La Milana 2. Yeah, they're just kind of.
Да, давайте
they're different
представим,
games.
что
The
это томатный
speedrun for La
сок.
Milana 2 has some cool
Действительно.
tech where they can.
Я тоже за эту идею, что по томатному соку, в принципе, прыгать вполне
So I was
возможно,
going to point
поэтому
out
он
there,
прыгает.
Timo just read another tablet.
Я жду
So
фу.
there are very few tablets you
Где
really
ты
need
будешь
to read
прыгать
in
по
this game. They all
томатному
have
соку.
clues that help you solve puzzles, usually very obscure, very creepy
Разыгрывая
things.
зубочистки, да?
Да.
There are a few that you need to solve
Так
some
даже
puzzles
лучше.
just so you can learn the language.
It's a cool skip coming up.
Представляем
You don't have to
картину.
fight. So when you normally beat this
Вы
boss,
видели
the game
босса?
sort of like returns control, and then you have to fall back
А
off
он
the
есть.
bottom of the screen
А
for the
он
fight to end.
есть.
But if we damage boost, so that we can use the lamp after
Видно.
activating the fight, and then raindrop below the screen.
You know,
Значит,
then
следующая
it
глава у нас
goes
про
Lemez's below
разработчиков.
the
Кто
screen,
такой
and then the fight ends, because
Developers,
that's how
как
the
это там
fight ends.
называлось.
yeah. So,
So
It's so
that was
funny.
that boss. It's kind of absurd. Oh, yeah, it was rude.
Yeah, he's always rude. And I
Oh,
was
you opened the
being-
chest, but.
Okay.
I
I
hate
need
this
to
screen
listen to hear
navigating
the
in dark.
elevator.
Nice.
Ну,
Yeah, the screen's annoying in the dark.
Mhm.
You should just light it up. You have the flares. Okay, here we're gonna do another glitch. This is a ladder weapon glitch. Just lets you climb up into field gates a little bit instead of taking them, which lets you buy an
Он
item
некоторых
inside
боссов
them.
пропускает,
Sometimes
поскольку
it's
игра
exit.
позволяет так сделать.
This is
yeah,
a
without
screen.
Точнее,
buying the
не
little,
позволяет
like,
сделать это. Но есть способы, которые позволяющие так сделать.
Ну, вы видели еще раз, то, что он снова подбирает предмет, но игра об этом не знает. То есть он не подтверждает поднятие предмета. И когда он подпрыгивает на платформе, предмет выходит за рамки второй камеры. Вот. Благодаря этому мы ломаем просто вторую камеру и выпрыгиваем на 2 платформы выше.
Yeah, you're inside the collision.
Yeah, the collision doesn't move for that screen, so it's that raised platform where the Grail tablet is just static.
Комментаторы говорят, что нужно бы зачитать донаты, потому что ран не останавливается. Ну, я, собственно, сам-то не понимаю, что происходит. Вот. И что будет происходить? Потому что я потерял нить события.
$95 from Liam Edwards. They say, "Hi Timo, good luck with your run today. Myself and the dads are watching and supporting you. All of the Dad and Sons podcast Discord are cheering you.
Помимо того, что не
Huge
используют
congrats on making
читы.
it to the big GDQ stage. We're all super proud to have our favorite Anji main. Bring La Mulana to its knees, Liam."
Thanks, man.
And I've got $130 from Sakratoy that says, "Loving the La Mulana run. The screen transition overlapping rooms broke my brain a little." Me too. It's very fun to try to keep up with
has
this.
been broken. My brain has been broken the entire time. I'm gonna try it once again. You can teleport the elevator downwards if you pause on the same frame as you go on top of
Hey,
it.
there it is. Yeah, that makes sense too. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah, that one I don't understand. There's a lot of stuff that I can give you a kind of explanation for. I don't really get that one.
Yeah. So this is Elmac. This is normally the first boss you would fight in the non-laptop glitch route. Whenever I say non-laptop glitch route, that's like the non-crazy glitch route.
Yeah.
Кстати говоря, чатик подсказывает нам, что это египтозавр был.
Quickly make work of him.
Да, про гипнозавтра я говорил.
The gun really
Это
does
уже
reveal
Ты
a
давно.
немножко
lot of fighting.
поторопился.
Yeah,
It does.
it's so nice.
Тут, знаешь, как
Very
бы
strong
вот
attack option.
непонятно, кто из нас торопится.
His flail whip, which is the strongest melee weapon in the game,
Мы
does
снова
8
подбираем
damage.
этот замечательный меч, который размером в
The gun does 12
нашу
damage per bullet, and you can like spam them, and it goes across the
модельку.
entire screen. So yeah, you can-
Меч размером с нашу голову.
thankfully it's easy to reset that.
But yeah, maybe I should mention the whole category name thing. So
Ну, кстати говоря, если меч будет размером с голову, то это будет маленький
for this
меч.
game since I did the
Все-таки мечи
Frame
обычно
Fatales run in 2019.
полуметровые.
We ended up, the first one was after a glitch which we call pointer manipulation was discovered, and we ended up figuring out how to use it both for a tool assisted run that is under 3 minutes, I think.
Еще одну интересную особенность заметил. Он выпрыгивает выше, ну, прыгает и пересохраняется.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Только что наблюдали, как он в шрайн попал.
This category bans that stuff,
But nothing else.
nothing else.
Интересную вещь
Then
могу
we
сказать,
have
что
another category
DAS этой
for
игры занимает
things
меньше
that
3
look a lot more
минут.
similar to previous routes that you might have seen at other marathons.
И что он делает?
By
Падает
banning
вниз?
doing any laptop glitch shenanigans.
Yeah. Also, you haven't hard saved in a while, I think. What's the
Yeah,
issue?
but
Ну, мы вообще
I
по
don't
ходу
like my
всей игры
caltrops
падаем
are
вниз.
up the-
Мы все ниже и ниже идем.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't want to go up there because I accidentally dropped my caltrops
Yeah, you don't want to
there.
get crushed by these things.
Последний коридор.
Speaking of which, yep. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna notice. Yeah, you don't want to instantly die from those.
Oh,
Forgot to jump out.
yeah. Hey, oh, what's that enemy? That one.
That's a Bonacon. Are you wanting me to say the whole thing? That's a Bonacon. It's a spiral horned cow from Asian mythology, some Asian mythology, and it shoots acrid poo that makes all of
Пельмени
its,
со свеклой тогда
all
что?
of its
Если
prey
пельмени без
decide not to
без
fight
свеклы,
anymore.
это пельмени.
Yeah, seems effective.
It made
Yeah,
you
Yeah, I
run.
don't want to
Fight
fight
something
one
like
of
that.
those things.
I'll make sure to hard save.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I think it's been a while. Little weird enemy designs. This game draws from a lot of different types of like mythologies.
And Sonic the Hedgehog is in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, the
seen this
mythology of the
multiple
Sonic
times.
universe.
Sonic is
Ну, комментаторы рассказали о том, что мы чистим зубы на паузе. И Райнер продемонстрировал, как мы чистим зубы. Я думаю, даже во время самого крупного приключения нужно не забывать про то, что нужно чистить зубы.
And a cat that rides around on a big ball.
Oops.
There's also like there's also some things that are like surprisingly modern too. Like there's a boss who is based on a yokai from Gegege no Kitaro.
Yeah,
Which
Backbeard.
one is that?
Backbeard at the bottom of Endless Corridor. He's from Gegege no
Oh,
Kitari.
minibus. I
Yeah.
know that. So Timo traded his shop here. This is going to be one of the few segments where we don't have remote shopping loaded. In fact, this is the only segment where we don't have a remote shop of some kind loaded. He just basically traded for Mojo, whose prices are 10 gold the first and last slot. So he's going to use that to buy this software. It's 20 for 10, and then to buy an MSX2 for.
Yeah,
10
I bought
gold.
a laptop upgrade.
Yeah, laptop upgrade normally costs 250, I think. I think that's right. And you got it for 10. Laptop upgrade lets him load more software, which is it has more RAM, so you can load more programs.
If we bought the no, I have to do it. If we bought the laptop
back to
upgrade
loading.
remotely, we could say that we downloaded RAM, but sadly we buy it at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, downloading RAM is for when you're playing randomizer and you literally download it.
Yeah. This is probably a good time for donations. We're just kind of heading up to this area. We're going to do it twice.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Webb. Says, hey, Timo, hope all your dads and sons cheering you on in the Discord don't make you drop the worm quick kill. Shoutouts to Chad, Zelpud, and Pepsi Man. Hope you never have to take a bath. And Miles Manor gives $25, says, is this the power of the
К
eighth
тому босsu,
children?
кстати, мы позже вернемся.
Wrong way.
This is the power of the children. We discovered
still got
internet.
A few more minutes. We have to basically make the same trek again.
Yeah.
Sure. We've got a $9 donation from Zelpud. Says, welcome to Zelpud Mailer. You can trust this software for anything related to messages from me. Function only receives emails from me. Details, this is the latest version of Zelpud Mailer. There are no plans for a version update. There is no help page. Help and troubleshooting requests will not be supported. Thank you for using Zelpud Mailer. Zelpud.
No, I'm just gonna unequip it now. That sounds like really dangerous software.
Yeah, more like malware, really. Okay. I could do probably one more. Extra hard save, by the way, too now.
Sure, we've got $50 from Hawk that says, are you winning, son?
Nice. Okay, so that segment was we basically trade this diary in for the Mulana Talisman, which will let us open cursed chests later. Did you save?
No, but I already have this.
Well, it's fine. We'll do it later.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. It's only, G to Q. So we're
No swag.
the shopping inputs we're doing now. We are loading in just Birth Shop again, just because it's so useful. Because we are about to do a segment that has a ton of combat with mini bosses, so we want to have cheap bullets. We're going to be buying a lot of 10 gold bullets in an upcoming area. Oh, did you
I
walk
don't know
out?
what I just did.
Oh.
I'm just gonna read.
Let's do it again. Yeah.
I have no idea what I did. Right?
It was like, it doesn't look right. I think you
do I
maybe
have a
pressed
shop?
down a little too late or something, so like, no, you
No.
don't have anything. I mean, you have cursors that just, I don't know why the little extra hand cursors just float around even after you've left the shop. It can be
So-
confusing.
Yeah, I don't think I've looked super deeply into that one. My current best guess is that, so like that happens after you end up doing the whole setup to get the stashable shop. And when you do that setup, you are leaving a shop that is in the the conversation mode. And so my best guess is that that just doesn't end up deleting the cursor.
So it deletes everything else except the cursor for some reason.
Well, it just like forgets to, because you can't normally exit a conversation
right,
while
right.
in that state. so it just
Yeah, that makes sense,
doesn't
actually.
clean up the cursor that it made.
Короче, экрана
There forever.
становится
I don't like
настолько
this bird.
много, что он начнет скоро
Yeah.
спидранить игры за
This hits
It
kinda-
used to be
This-
called menu boss
It used to be.
screen. Yeah. Now the
The
entire
whole
game is a
is a
menu
menu
boss.
Yeah. So this item that we just got lets us fight mini bosses in another area. Right here? Oh, right. I can't even remember the route myself. It's so confusing. But that item lets us kill mini bosses in the area that has a bunch of combat coming up.
Yeah, there's the boss rush segment coming up. There's a whole bunch of new quick kills that have been developed because all of the old quick kills were
Через
designed
стрима.
for not having infinite bullets.
На обращу
Yeah, they were
And
made
now that
in,
we
like,
have
chopper
infinite
and
bullets, there's a whole
Происходит
bunch of new
в чате.
fun strategies that you can do.
There's some really good ones. My favorite strat in the entire
Я
game is in
уверен, с
Dimensional
таким темпом
Corridor.
роста он появится.
Which one is that? Is that the... I like the worm nest, personally.
It's the wall.
That was a weird skyfish.
Yeah.
Oh, the wall. Yeah, that wall's great. I think that was actually
Fun.
Sky's idea.
Was it? Whew, that was close.
I think I had like part of the idea, and then she put it together. She's like, "Oh, you could just go down to the bottom and zip up." And I was like, "Oh my god, okay." And thus the strat was born.
So
Nice.
good. Hey! Everyone is
Oh.
bullying me.
So that
Uh,
switch I
okay.
just hit back there, that skips about half of the last
Хамская
big
маятач.
puzzle. I mean,
Как
we
он
won't see it
называется?
just yet, but there's a big puzzle that happens at the very
Нет,
end
это
of the
не
game that
Камаитач.
basically just to
Он
stop you
перепутал
from
вообще
finishing.
все именно.
And
Просто
that
очень много.
skipped about half of it.
Но это босс.
We
Yeah.
used the,
Это
we
мейн
used the
босс.
lamp to pause time, and for some reason, if you
19
enter a
было.
screen while time is stopped, sometimes certain objects on the screen won't have collision. Like the collision doesn't get loaded until time resumes again, and that object happens to be vulnerable to that type of exploit. So that was kind of a rude nuance.
I got whooped.
So we just use that to clip into that and hit that base.
Мне так
way,
нравится,
way
что у
before we're
некоторых
supposed to.
врагов в этой игре анимаций больше,
Yeah,
чем у босса.
breaks the whole sequence chain because everything is all like everything in that whole puzzle is like, you know, the set of flags where it's like after this bit, then do this and whatever, and that one pedestal is the one break in the chain where you can get into it early, and that, I mean, it works perfectly fine. The game only checks to make sure if you chant the last mantra. So in order to
Он изменил анимацию падения, или так и должно быть в ремейке?
Yeah.
Because it only checks for the last one if we just skip ahead in the sequence. The game doesn't really
Yeah.
care.
I remember trying to see if there was any possible way to just like somehow chant the last mantra, somehow a way to get the last mantra and just chant it without having to do the others, but or a way to upgrade the sword without having to chant all the mantras. But it's pretty ironclad.
I'm behind him.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never
don't
seen that.
punch me.
This guy's supposed to be a pushover. We fight him so late because he's very easy to kill with gun. He's hard without the gun, or harder.
Yeah, when you kill a guardian,
Yeah.
you get a full health refill. So we do this just before entering Dimensional Corridor, which is a mini boss area.
Храм Луны, о котором раньше говорили.
He's actually his first phase is
Забыл.
invulnerable to all sub weapons except for gun. It's very clear that gun was just put into this game as a get out of jail free card, but you pay for it.
Yeah, like you got to really choose because it's so expensive to buy bullets for it. You really got to like make a decision. Well, do I use my gun on this boss I'm having trouble with, or do I save it for something else? And if you're the type like me that doesn't like using consumables in games, you
Получается,
just end up
борщевик
eating the entire
это
game without
борщ,
using the gun.
значит,
When I played it
растет.
casually, I used my gun on Elmac and
Они
then
варятся?
realized how
Всё это
powerful it
время
was
нас
and felt so
обманывали?
dirty.
Нас весь ран обманывают.
Well, at least you used it early on.
Yeah.
Didn't have to. I can't remember if I used it actually for the final boss or not. I might have when I was panicking, and I was like, well, now or never.
So this is like a fun confluence of tricks. We're going to do the same like save anywhere thing because we need to scan this tablet. And then we're going to do the warp climb. thing
Мы
that
заходим
we saw
в
earlier.
храм
Then warp to
Луны,
the other
берем
part of Twin
Джевел,
Labyrinth, which will then
становимся
place
на
into the floor,
определенную
and then
точку
when
в
we go up,
координатах,
it's a different screen.
выбираем место, куда хотим переместиться,
And then
Yeah, this is all
Меняем местами храм
Mess up the screen while doing
солнца
that.
и еще
When we
какой-то
come
храм.
over here, and it means that this elevator is on the screen. This
И
elevator is
это нас
normally not on the
выталкивает.
screen.
Yeah, it's nowhere
And the
even
game
near
has
here.
this code where normally you can't like jump off the top of the
Как и
screen and
почему
go to
это
the next
работает,
screen above.
Oh, barely.
But elevators
Я уже
can go
говорил.
between screens, and so to make that work smoothly, they
у
also
Джоэла
make it so that
размер
if you jump
вашей
off an
модельки.
elevator, you can scroll up to the next screen.
Yeah.
So by
И игра
cheating an
думает, что
elevator
как бы вас
into that
двое.
room where an
Ну,
elevator is
вы один.
not supposed to be,
Но это только
we're
на
able to get to
теорию.
dimensional corridor without getting the item that you normally need to get in here.
This is
Yeah, it's
Dimensional
pretty-
Corridor. This is a fun place.
О,
Yeah, so there's tons of. This is the boss rush. We'll be making use of a lot of bullet gun strats here. This mini boss, I hate this guy. He's very random and can do a lot
Guy
of
can be
damage to you.
so rude.
It's definitely my least favorite mini boss here. Good. Die.
Good use of a buckler.
Yeah, that's kind of
Actually
where the
comes in
buckler is
handy there.
supposed to break.
Yeah, we get a shield upgrade really soon, so using the buckler, breaking the buckler there just makes a lot of sense.
This guy tries to be threatening, but he's not. Oh,
He
what?
is.
He actually
Never
got
tell me
you.
he's not threatening. He always
Got
gets
you in the
me.
iframe.
He's supposed to be the easiest.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything. He's actually a very dangerous mini boss. You should
Сегмент
very-
с
you should
кучей
respect it.
мини-боссов,
Yeah, respect the
которых
knight.
мы
He,
очень быстро
he is
выносим.
pretty tough,
Boss
like
rush.
casually.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
this is
I was
a
about to
speedrun.
It's
say.
only us speedrunners who get to just
Oh,
trivialize
nice, you
him.
got him.
Nice.
Also,
that
is
worm
a
can be really rude.
yeah, that's a tight one cycle, and if you don't get the one cycle, that fight can be very slow.
This next mini boss just has so much health and hits so hard, and he has iframes. So
добро пожаловать.
definitely a candidate to just freeze and just slap him in the butt 20 times.
Yeah, he also turns invulnerable and charges around the screen. It's
He's
like,
just, there's no universe where you don't want to lamp this guy.
he
And
is
yeah, he can,
mean.
Мэл,
he
не
can,
объяснишь,
like,
как
charge around the
происходит
screen too for like
такое
seemingly
количество
forever
урона?
before deciding to
Крупная модель.
land.
Yeah.
Происходит.
Ну вот,
Timo,
Like,
after the merman, you want to
когда
stop
он
at the
вплотную
Gale tablet to hard
подходит
save.
к
idea.
мобам или к боссу, у него двойной
Still
урон
in transfer,
проходит.
because we have a crash potential coming up, and we just
Но он
saved
использует
fight Tiamat again.
пистолет
I just went
и
for trailer.
Interesting.
хлыст.
I didn't know
down
that
here,
leads
Одновременно?
How am I supposed to know where this doors go?
You
I
never
just
come
play
here.
this
Он в
game.
основе атакует пистолетом, поскольку у него хороший дэмэдж, но также у него есть хлыст.
I like the classic version of this song.
No.
Yeah.
Classic soundtrack is sick.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think the
you're on
remake
stacks, it should be good.
soundtrack is like directly better in almost every case, but there are a few tracks that just really stand out in the MSX.
Какое-то заклинание только что прозвучало
Yeah, the
от
Temple
комментатора.
of Moonlight has like an awesome solo. Just sounds so good in the MSX version. Although it sounds, I mean, the song sounds really good in the remake too. Both soundtracks are
Dat
great.
was
honestly.
Orhamachlollo.
Yeah, sure, that's his name. Just
It is
Yeah,
his
all
name.
the-
syllables
Who
and
goes
words.
Awoo, but he
All the-
doesn't get
all
to
the-
in this run.
Yeah.
All the mini bosses in this
trying.
place have names that are some combination of U's, H's, M's, and L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Да,
like
я так понял, что это
I
уже
can't remember this
25 или
one.
26 глава.
This mini boss here, I don't
Вот.
understand. This is a very hard
Мы
quick kill.
потихоньку
Just see if he's
близимся к
able to get it.
концу.
He's got it first part so far.
Wow.
Nice.
ah,
Oh,
close.
we got some stragglers.
Yeah.
That first part was pretty much it though. It's just it can be so hard to catch the stragglers after. Okay, good. That's not too bad. That can be really annoying to clean up if you.
That started out so
Yeah.
Фух,
clean.
и у них очень много
The
имен,
main part
тут
is
уж
just
точно я
getting the
не
intro part. If you
запомню.
can do that, then it saves you a lot of pain.
Hello, goodbye.
This next mini boss has a new gun strat that we
Yeah,
kind of
I think the
discovered
gun
and
strat
adapted.
for this guy is really cool.
3, 4, 5. Yep, 5.5 flaps. And you just shoot. I mean, you're right in the place where you need to be.
That's
This
really
this
great
strat
strat.
is great too. This
Это
is the
когда
one we were
они
talking about
побивали
earlier. that
босса
Yeah,
через
this is my
стену,
favorite stat in the
даже
game.
не
You
через
can get this
стену,
fast enough.
а находясь в
Activated my wall
стене.
trap.
Nice, you got him. So he has to kill him before he does the laser, and he can zip up here without waiting for that slow ladder on the left.
And we obviously don't need to grab the Ankh Jewel to
На
fight
самом деле,
Tiamat,
большинство
because
боссов
we
скипнулось.
have a
Yeah,
shop
we-
where we can buy them.
Yeah, we got plenty of.
I'm gonna
options.
go save for Tiamat.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
Yeah,
Even if that
I'm
shop is
scared of
sold
that.
out of Ankh Jewels, can you
Это боссы из
override that by
ремейка,
copying prices?
и они
So we copy
отличаются
the
от оригинальной
items, not
версии.
the
Их
prices, and
здесь
so
не
we also
другие,
don't copy the flag
я
that
уже
gets
говорил.
set.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, interestingly enough, if you like have a shop that sets a flag on that slot and you copy the birth shop, you can buy the Ankh Jewel and it'll be sold out in that shop from you copied from. But then if you use a different shop, you can buy it again because it's using a different flag for a different item. Or you can
Gotcha.
you can try to buy it with a sub weapon, which doesn't set a flag at all, and that's what lets us buy Ankh Jewels infinitely. The shop we have loaded right now, we're only able to buy one Ankh Jewel, but we're about to, after this boss, we're going to be switching it so we can buy infinite Ankh Jewels again.
Yeah, we already
Because we're
bought
gonna
our
do more
Ankh Jewel
TIs.
from the shop. This is Tiamat. This is very hard.
Yeah. For this strat particularly, we rely on the iframes combo we picked up earlier so that we can stand on her shoulder and hit her in the head.
Это мать. Если вам интересно, ее зовут мать.
Nice.
Ну, по крайней мере, хотя в обычном Ля Мулане это
That's
мать.
fine. So you want to try to stay on the
Вот. У
shoulder
нее
if
несколько
possible,
фаз.
unless you get more hits in, but if you fall down, it's not too bad. You just, it's a little slower and you whip and make
В казуальном
sure you touch the
прохождении
caltrops to take less damage.
вы пользуетесь мечом, кнутом, ангельскими
I think it
щитами,
one-shot me.
который, кстати, у нас сейчас даже выбран.
because
В одном из меню у нас
the
ангельский
quick
щит.
kill that we try to do tends to end up taking a
Tiamat.
lot of like contact
Это
damage from the
Тиамат,
shoulder.
блин.
It means that
Я
it's
забыл,
very
а как
helpful
мать
to be
выглядит?
able to
Мать будет в конце.
use caltrops to damage boost whenever we're fighting from below, so that we
Это
take as little
Тиамат.
damage as possible.
Хорошо, тогда я не буду рассказывать. Но ангельский щит у нас был.
Okay. Last phase. It's another attack that can kill you in one hit. Caltrop saved the day yet again. Really just,
Caltrops are so overpowered on Tiamat.
like
Просто,
everybody
да.
feels like
Уволен.
Caltrops are useless in their casual playthrough, and then nice. And you thought you needed to save. Just nailed it as usual.
So the whole
Yeah,
time he was
for
in
the
here, he
speed
Просто
wasn't
run,
хотел
able to
поделиться
use-
знаниями.
He wasn't able to use his Grail, but that unlocked the power of using the Grail here. So
Yep, so now he can work out. But before he does, he's going to set up a very weird shopping input. I don't even really know how to explain it. I came up with
Yeah.
it, but I can't explain it.
Yeah, I wasn't that familiar with it until I was watching one of the practice streams, and it was brought up, and so I like opened up the route doc and took a look, and I was like, okay, yeah, that is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Тиамат больше звучит
It's
как
got like
какой-то
a
камешек
depending on if you
драгоценный.
hear a sound effect, and then you have to walk out of the shop, which normally would laptop glitch you, and while you do that, you equip the hand scanner to clear your laptop glitch state here. Just a couple more times.
Ah,
Just open and close it a few times. I think the text goes
okay.
away. Yeah.
I don't
Ну,
know
как
how to
фандом
get rid of
отвечает,
that.
что это правда.
Something is happening.
Glitch is just. Yeah.
That is
Okay,
the
so here we're
weirdest
gonna-
shopping input in the
Yeah,
run.
clearing laptop glitch with a tablet like that can be a bit annoying because it behaves a bit differently, like depending on the speed at which you press the buttons, because there's like a little like
Yeah.
bit of time where like inputs don't get sent to the tablet, and there's a little bit of time afterwards where your input will like scan the text faster, right? And so sometimes if you're too fast, then it
Yeah.
doesn't quite work.
So there's collision inside here. Okay, if you found it, there's a ladder there. You can't. You're normally supposed to enter from below here, and then you can see inside the ground there. But because we clipped in, we can't see what we're doing. But he was able to find the ladder pretty easily.
This quick kill is very good.
You know,
А Вельзевула... В ремейке нет Вельзевула, или как его зовут?
look at
Господи.
that.
I've been here with gun
12
before,
damage
and I
per
never
hit.
thought to do that.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Saves so
smart.
much time.
Like it's one of those things that are just
К слову,
So simple
весь
that you don't
геймдизайн
think about
состоит в том, что нам нужно вернуться в начало, чтобы запустить конец.
This is, I think, my
Yeah.
favorite range drop.
Yeah.
You know,
Those screens, like logically, it makes sense that they're next to each other, but it's still kind of weird that there's an
Yeah.
edge programmed into the game. So I don't know if it's
That's
come up,
hard
but
safety,
normally if you try to like if you raindrop and go across
К
a
слову,
screen edge
у
that
матери
it
даже
doesn't
был
exist or,
свой
like, isn't,
шрайн.
programmed in,
Мы
you can
тоже
send
по
back
ним
to the starting
бегали.
screen on the surface. It happens a lot casually in Temple of Moonlight. It's very easy to just naturally align yourself to raindrop off the wall in the little bit where you jump up. And so it's not too uncommon to see people accidentally warp to the surface there.
Yeah.
I just downloaded
Save
some
before
ancient
Palenque
software.
in case of the crash.
Oh yeah, save
yeah.
Palenque.
He can crash.
Yeah,
I've
it's
had
a
a
This
couple
crash
of
is
legit
not
crash.
based on anything that we do. This is a crash that is just
Happened.
exceedingly inconsistent.
Yeah, it's very rare, but it can just randomly happen.
Sure does
Thankfully,
happen a
it's
lot
the
or
only-
something that's exceedingly rare.
It's the only like non-consistent crash in this entire rap, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Everything else, if you crash, it's because you did an input.
Oh.
Oh wow. Well, so you have plenty of health.
В этой локации
So
в
he was
некоторых
trying to
местах
do that
тяжело
couch up, I
делать
feel like. Boost
волклипы,
down and then zip up.
поскольку
But
там
to
avoid having
запрятаны
Yeah.
Yeah.
что-то вроде ловушек.
Taking
трап-
lightning damage with that
трап-дур.
action ticket.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
ловушка
You got
двиг.
plenty of health for Palenque. Palenque is the 8th and final guardian that we'll be fighting before the final boss.
И
After
сравнивают
Palenque, we have to be careful to conserve our health
главного
because we
героя
don't
с
have any
Индианой
health
Джонс.
refills. So the fastest thing to do is just to try to have enough health by the time you get to the final boss that you don't have to do a detour to go heal. Pick up
Yeah,
some
there's a
more
healing
cow traps
spring.
there.
Yeah, there's a healing spring on the surface, but
Yeah.
it takes a while to run to and
Yeah.
heal. Hey,
Very useful for a casual playthrough. If you run low on health, you
I got
just
snipe.
walk to the surface and run there.
Это не совсем мани-процент, это не-процент, но
Let's get them so
manipulation. Мы не используем одну из страток.
So here's some ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can
Yeah,
you
this
guess how we're
game
gonna beat this
very
boss?
clearly takes inspiration from a lot of like ancient aliens conspiracy
Boss
theory stuff.
polit-
So this is based off of an inscription on some tomb or something in Central America, and there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about how
Oh,
it's
for
clearly
sure.
a spaceship, and so you make Shmup Boss with clearly a spaceship.
Hey, you got the key.
Check out my key. Well, it's a purse or a...
Да, люди какого-то там поколения пришли к выводу, что мать,
My favorite trick to
Но
do
вернуть
at the end of
невозможно,
this, boss fight is
и
if you
что
manage to,
все
like,
руины, вот
take
эти вот,
damage
то,
and
что мы
do the
проходим,
last
все
hit,
вот эти шрайны, темплы,
right,
да,
and
это
Lameza,
все
it's
является
then the, like,
телом
flashing red.
самой матери.
It's
Вот.
bright, it's like color inverted, and so Lameza turns bright blue.
И все
like,
расы,
and,
которые даже вот здесь, они решили, что нужно убить мать только как-нибудь аккуратно, ну, милосердно.
Oh yeah,
Вот.
they can crash.
You know,
Там очень сложный лор.
so he does a deep dive here to kind of get embedded more deeply into the wall, so that when he.
В общем,
gets damaged, he'll zip
Лемеза пытается сейчас сделать так,
So that lets him
чтобы
get from lower ruin to upper ruin quickly.
мать
We're in the mantra
не смогла
puzzle
осуществить план по рождению еще одного поколения.
game.
Вот.
The mantra
This is no.
selection menu is very laggy and buggy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's a rude menu.
Didn't get the fast ladder.
There's another neat TI coming up where we're going to fall down a screen.
Не то
and
что
then
аккуратно,
put ourselves stuck in some
милосердно. Ну,
collision.
то есть вы можете выстрелить из пистолета в голову, либо, не знаю, ну что еще, какие способы убийства.
You don't have to
as
solve
usual.
it because the thing is just active anyway.
Додумайте.
it turns out.
Очень странная...
This is active. Yep, there it is. We just collected the
Штука.
medicine of the mind. It does 10
Лор
damage
этой игры?
and then
Да.
10 and then deboosts all down.
Эвтаназия. Не знаю, солипсизм
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is hard.
истинной воды.
You have the fall of shame. At least
Ah.
you get to see what this field looks like lit up.
Вообще,
Yeah.
все метроидвании, особенно последние метроидвании, это цикл сюжета, на котором
Yeah,
нужно
in,
зацикливаться.
In the older route slash the
Как
no
Axiom
laptop
Verge
route,
там
we have
выходила,
the-
там Environmental, что там,
that's
как это называется, забыл.
So you accidentally bought something in the shop.
Вот.
Well, you can
Куча
close
выходит
off
сейчас
this.
метроидваний новых,
Yeah.
которых на сюжете
Yeah,
циклиться
this
вообще не
is one of
нужно.
the things that can go wrong. So part of the problem is like we buy an item,
в
right,
чате
and it makes a
уже
prompt, and
зарождается
then you
новая
have to make
вера,
sure that you close the
наподобие
menu. If
коммунизма,
you press confirm
большевизм.
again, then you don't close the menu, but you close
Ну,
the prompt you just got.
Мы здесь
and
про
then
спидраны,
unpause
а не
the game.
про
put you in laptop
Yeah.
glitch.
способы
I thought I closed it. But I'm surprised this is the first time that happened.
всяких штук.
This has been
Yeah, it's
amazing.
been really
so
smooth up
far.
to this point. So
I mean, this is still not really that bad. It could be a hard crash, or a wait, or your laptop glitch in a place where you can't actually kill yourself easily. Laptop glitch makes you unable to warp or open any sort of like menu. All you can really do is enter doors and use whatever stuff you have equipped.
yeah, it can be annoyingly limited, limiting.
Limited.
You can
Yeah,
just
so team.
get. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying Timo just set his shops back up into the state they just were. So now we're back to.
Вообще Лемеза, вот этот
Now we're doing
замечательный
mantras,
главный
which is
герой,
the
это у нас профессор
puzzle
археологии,
mentioned.
как вы могли догадаться.
You know,
It's like
То
the
есть
big
это
endgame
у нас
puzzle where you're
прямая
supposed to
отсылка
do a
к
lot of, like, navigation between stuff and
небезызвестному
all kinds of
Индиане.
crazy stuff, but,
Вот.
like, it uses the entire map.
И
Get out of here.
this trick that
Батя
Timo's
его
doing is called a blind clip.
отсылает ему письмо,
It's faster than walking towards the Sphinx on the right and
что тот находит вот эту ламу-лану. И вот
it's very difficult. It's frame
так мы
perfect.
оказываемся здесь и ломаем
I'm
стены.
not getting
Вот.
it. I'm just walking.
Not gonna go for it. Okay.
Как
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I can't really do them.
Если я не прав, то
That one in
исправляйте,
particular is hard
пожалуйста.
because the ceiling is so low. You can't just do a full jump.
Да, у них все
It won't
семья
work.
профессор археологии.
I'm fairly consistent.
К слову, во
at the
вторую
height,
часть я не
but
играл,
the
поэтому я
thing I have
ничего не могу
problem with
сказать.
is the pause buffering.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the next mantra.
Yeah, if you look at the mantra menu when he opens it, all of that
There,
empty
yeah.
space at the top were supposed to be more mantras that he picked up. That's how much was skipped. It was
Yeah.
supposed to fill in from the top down. So you can kind of
you
get a
pretty
sense from
much have
that
to-
how much we skipped.
You have to pretty much visit every field and find and chant the mantras.
And we're just
I'm going
sequence
here.
breaking like crazy. So here he's going to do a little trick to, if he whips while holding left.
Если
halfway through
кому-то
that position,
интересно,
Yeah,
Probably gonna
I'm,
fall
good at
into
it. I'm
Ah.
pretty bad at it.
but you can get stuck in the wall up there and just immediately jump out.
то
Saves a little bit of
any%
time.
ран
5 seconds or something.
занимает,
Interesting jump direction.
внимание, 4 минуты
Nice.
и 1 секунду. Вот.
We probably have time for a couple donations. This
Yeah,
is
let's
mostly
do
just
that.
running around
Yeah.
and doing the same thing.
Absolutely. First off, we do have a confirmation that the creator of the game, Naramura, is watching this run
No
right now. So
way.
hello.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So sorry.
Hey!
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry,
We have
not
a
sorry.
lot
Too
of love
much.
for Lama Lana coming in. We got
Потому
$100 from Silly
что
Heart. Says, love watching Lama Lana
здесь
getting run. Amazing run by
категория
Timothy. Those were some
1%
great
non-pointer
cat pauses.
manipulation. Мы не используем ту самую
Yeah,
стратку.
Squidly gives $50. Says,
Основанную
is
на
that
точках.
John Mulana's cousin's adventure at GDQ?
благодаря
Shout outs
которой
to
ТАСС
Austin, the
и
crew, for
проходит
finding new
игру
ways to destroy this
максимально
game in
быстро.
absolutely ridiculous ways. Say hi to Mulbrook for me, and let's get hyped to absolutely destroy Tower of Awanas later this year.
Для Мулана
hopefully.
вышло
Donation goes to author
аж на
Blue's
7
Choice.
лет раньше, чем Спеланки.
What do you
I'm
have?
passing it on to
Значит,
Timo's choice.
Ля Мулана действительно референс.
That's where am I going? That's MGS3 Tuxedo shoot.
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
And that's a great reminder. Chat, I'm very proud of you. We did meet the Dishonored Brigmore Witches DLC, so thank you very much for meeting that. And we do have the
Да,
next
нам
bonus
нужно
game
предметы для
incentive,
конца
Grand
игры,
Theft Auto
конечно.
3. There's about $38,000 to go with that, and we've got 4 or 5 hours, something like that, to get there. So keep it up, chat. You're doing
Нет, ну
amazing.
для
and you're so,
конца
so
конца нам ничего не нужно. В конце игры мы, как и подобает любому метроиду, должны смотаться с места преступления. Вот. Ну, я надеюсь, что в ремейке мы тоже будем убегать там в последней главе.
Yeah.
Мы скипнем,
Oh no.
мы снова ломаем стену.
You can scan. Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
No, it's
where's
not.
the
Reset the
tablet?
You
screen.
have to
Reset the
reload it.
screen. Yeah, no objects got loaded because you entered too soon.
Uh,
There they are.
Вот так незамысловато мы сами выбираем, где
Anyway, back
оказаться.
to normal.
no,
Hopefully.
back to something.
Back to. Yeah, looks fine to me.
Сюжет в
Yeah, so by
игре...
doing this series of
Еще
maneuvers,
раз.
we kind of skip from
Сюжет в игре.
4-1
Мэл,
and
как
just
думаешь,
order
стоит
down to
еще раз
4-5
рассказывать про
instead
сюжет?
of traversing it. And
Да.
there's a lot of like really dangerous traps.
Мы играем за Лемесу, Лемезу. Лемезу. Хорошо, что там нет буквы «Р». Косуги. Которая получает письмецо от своего батька. Или получает письмецо от своего батька. Что батек-то нашел какую-то Ля-Мулану. Говорит, сына, сходи проверь Ля-Мулану. Понимаете? Сына идет проверять Ля-Мулану. Там оказывается, что там есть какая-то мать, которая понасоздавала кучу рас, сделала из этих рас тело, и это все развивалось из поколения в поколение, и Лемеза это все расследует, и оказывается, что мать хочет создать 9-е поколение, потому что прошлые поколения не смогли ее милосердно убить. Вот. И все. Теперь Лемеза ищет батька и хочет остановить мать. Потому что мать хочет устроить еще одно поколение. Вот. И появится еще одна темпла внутри матери.
Yeah, so that's
we haven't fully figured out the route for. Oh, seems like you did it right. That's such a weird result for that. Yeah, I don't understand why that happens. Once again.
What was that?
Да, ребят, это очень сложно. И вот
it just happens sometimes if you do
вот сюжет, вот это вообще не про игру. Нам главное уметь волджампить и ломать анимации при помощи Энг-Джевела. Вот.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you have so much money.
Yeah.
Да.
It's the original version. You can just buy it here, yeah.
This is a really
Не,
hard
ну,
PI.
если вы хотите, мы, конечно, пересмотрим ран, но не сегодня.
And you don't really have a good visual for it either.
Yeah.
I was
I
lamp.
fat
You
fingered
fat
the
finger.
lamp.
Interesting. Never seen that before. I guess you're. Well, I guess we're going to
Ребят,
go fill up our
я
liquor
думаю,
again.
что есть в Гугле очень много вещей, которые расскажут вам подробнее про сюжет. Мы здесь спидраним.
Yeah,
Вот.
So you can't just screen mesh that transition to get past?
Ну,
No, unfortunately, it
Yeah.
Вьера уже не будет,
collision for the big tentacle that's blocking your way doesn't go away.
точно.
It's like static. So you can do the screen mash that we did earlier in regular Shrine.
Давай,
but-
еще раз
but
сюжет, но у
unfortunately
тебя
won't let
стимейт
you
10
enter
секунд.
Or like make any progress on that screen.
Gotcha.
Эстимейт на сюжет.
I'm usually pretty good at this, but something had to go really wrong, right?
Да, когда на таймере будет 25 секунд, ты начинаешь.
It is fine. So I need a fast ladder, so I go really fast to create the screen mash. and
Я
take
думаю,
the
что
button.
устраивать
Yeah.
шоу-кейсы посреди
Decided late again.
ран недели,
Okay.
ну
Yeah,
такое, да.
the timing he's looking to do it is like
Это
right when
шоу-кейс
Lemez's
внутри
entering
шоу-кейса.
the, circle at the top of the ladder, like right when they disappear into it is when you press the button. But like we said, you don't have a very good visual cue for it because everything's dark. So you kind of have to just get a feel for it from doing it.
Профессор археологии отсылает письмо своему сыну о том, что он нашел Ла-Мулану и пропал. И сын идет искать какую-то мать, но не его, и своего отца. Потому что в письме он не расписался и не написал, что он любит своего сына. И сын обиделся и пошел.
There's a hole there. You can't
Ну,
see
короче,
it,
ты
obviously,
убор
but-
из стимейт, идем ломать чашечки.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
That's just harassment
love
right
that.
there.
Yeah, that's unnecessary violence. Oh, you should hard save. You
Вау!
could just work back.
Вау!
Okay. It's feeling confident.
Это
Honestly, I don't even know how you could crash at this point.
это босс-экран.
Nice.
И
This is a double TI. That, yeah. I'm not even
What's
gonna
boss?
explain
The Mother.
Stuff happened.
that. And we're at the final boss screen.
Yeah.
How
Hey,
did you route this? How did anyone do any of this?
lots.
I've been asking
lots
how
of
this question
experimentation.
for years. Yeah, this is the last boss. The run doesn't end after the fast boss though. In a classic Metroidvania style, we have a escape sequence afterwards.
Как бы вам объяснить, что
I
произошло?
do just want to say one more time, we started this off by mentioning that Halgorithim really was responsible for a lot of the rerouting that's gone on here. I've played more than 600 hours of La Mulana, and none of this makes any sense to me. And I just want it to be understood how impossible it is that some human came up with this route. 1,000 monkeys on 1,000 typewriters given 1,000 years could not have come up with this route.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate. I mean, it was really just a result of like the reason the way I found TIs in the first place was.
В общем,
I joined the community pretty late.
чтобы попасть вообще к матери, нам нужно как попасть в ее храм, понятное дело. Вот. В нашем компьютере есть много разных программных обеспечений, и мы должны их запустить одновременно. Когда мы попадем к точке Граля, по-моему, так головоломка решалась. Вот. Но мы это все пропустили, но это был самый масштабный глич-скрин за весь ран. То есть мы пропустили всю локацию Храма Матери и оказались прям посреди босс-файта.
Судя по логике игры, да, он довольно милосердно сделал.
Yeah, well, I did try dismissing prompts in a screen transition. I never actually like put it together that it was behaving any differently than a cat paws did. I never realized that you actually just have full control of Lameza.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, so now we're
this is gonna be a mess.
Yeah. So the way this phase 5 is supposed to go is it's kind of like a dance. Oh, that laser would have instantly killed him. You can buy bullets if you need.
Точно.
Это
Попадание.
Oh god.
Это не последняя фаза.
This is legitimately terrifying.
This is it. Yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Way to go.
It's so scary. She moves so fast and it's just it feels almost entirely random.
This fight is miserably difficult,
это
even if you
последняя
found
фаза.
all the sacred orbs to have full health,
Что?
even if you have
yeah.
safety items, even if you have the fairy clothes to make you take less damage, this fight is still impossibly hard.
Так, ну...
And
It's super tough.
it's not
Это еще не вся игра.
Это не вся игра, чтобы попасть в конец, нам нужно попасть в начало.
You have only one left.
Почему это звучит так странно и глупо? Не спрашивайте, мы смотрим
Be very
спидран.
sure to not throw it too early, or rather not to jump before it's settled.
Yeah. So there is the surface warp. So now we're on the surface, but that doesn't count as escaping. We have to go and save our friend Mulbrook. Unfortunately, during the escape sequence, this door is turned off.
Yeah.
So we have to do another deep dive in order to get through it.
Hey,
And the damage boost out of the floor.
That final caltrop let us deboost up.
Yeah, that's the final caltrop.
So we're coming up to the end of the run. Time will be when the second Lameza
Теперь вам
goes off
нужно
the top
бежать из
of
всего
the
этого дела.
screen. When we talk to Mulbrook, because we're still in a shop.
Yeah.
And when the shop Lameza goes off the top of the screen, it makes like fake credits. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
But most importantly, we get to buy as many Ankh Jewels as we want during the time when Lameza is walking off to the top of the screen.
yeah. So reminder, there were 8 bosses or 8 guardians. 8 Ankh Jewels are supposed to be how many you find during the course of the game. We right now have 11.
Тайм,
And we're about to have
клапа, чат, клапа, клапа. Матч закончилась, мы долго не убегали, потому что мы умеем проходить сквозь стены.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's La Mulana.
GG.
Ну да, он должен нормально сбежать, как и предполагалось. Как я и рассказывал
Very cool.
ранее,
I mean, there were like no blow-ups in there. That was really good.
очень
Yeah.
частый прием в
Everything
метроидваниях, что
everything
вы
that went wrong
побеждаете
was kind of
финального
relatively
босса, и вам
minor
нужно
mistake
убежать
that
с
you were
места
able to fix
преступления.
quickly.
Вот.
Whew, that's a relief.
Это закончилось.
Nice. Alright. Thanks. От LMC. Sky. CS Sky.
Yep. And thank you, GDQ, for letting us show off this game. It's been a while, and it's not too well known, but it's a gem of a Metroidvania. I recommend people check it out if they liked what they saw today.
We have a small but very passionate community about Llama Lana.
Yep. Come check out the Llama Lana Discord. They're friendly and yeah.
I have one shout out before.
Тем временем мы ждем следующих комментаторов, которые будут комментировать для нас игру Dishonored.
Thank you.